Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy FT Wally. Just to let you guys know, just a fair warning, I might be go on a lot of tangents because I stayed up all night last night to watch Dfinity. It originally was supposed to start at 2:30 a.m., but it ended up starting closer to 4 a.m. my time. So it would have been so much easier because if it would have started at 2:30, I would have just been like, ah, screw it, I don't want to wake up at 2:30. But if it was at 4, I could have gone to bed at like I don't even know, like 9 or 10, and gotten a lot of sleep. And so I'm kind of running on no sleep, and I'm actually watching Gfinity right now, and that's what I'm talking about. Gfinity it's a first-time event. It's not, let's be honest, it's not that great, but that's only because it's a first-time event. I didn't expect much, and if you don't expect much, then your expectations are always lived up to. And so, if you go in and think it's going to be in the next MLG the first time it's up, you got another thing coming. MLG is a very big established event that's been going on for a long time. And they've learned what not to do and what to do. And obviously, there's some things that Gfinity did that they probably shouldn't have. And you might notice right off the bat, this is actually a league play match. I thought because I'm going to be talking about competitive gaming and things like that, I should probably throw up a competitive gameplay. A little bit of background: I actually am in the Masters division. I played a lot of game battles, and I wouldn't say I'm that good. I'm probably average compared to all the competitive players. And I haven't been playing for 3 weeks, so that's why that specifically was really bad. But yeah, my shot's a little bit off in this, and so yeah, but what I do feel like, what I do feel I'm good at and can talk, and why I'm qualified to talk about this is I feel like I'm a pretty smart guy. You might disagree, you might not, I don't know, but let me just go off. On Twitter. Some of you may know that I'm pretty active on Twitter. By the way, go follow me. If you're not get turned on. If you're not following me, then you're missing out on a lot of cool stuff. I sometimes get kind of emotional late at night, so if you don't want to see that, then you probably shouldn't follow me. But so I follow a lot of the professionals. I'm pretty active on Twitter. I tweet them questions and stuff. And the one thing I'm noticing is that none of the pro players have respect for Optic. None of them have they basically resent Optic and call them like pub players in the eyes of the pros. And in reality, first off, that's not true. They placed third, fourth, fifth. They're nowhere below top 8. They're still definitely a pro team and one of the best teams out there. Even at Anaheim, they had one of the hardest brackets with Impact, Envious, and who else? Who else was it? And Evil. And they had to beat Evil, then they beat Envious, and then they lost to Impact. But they still ended up coming in top 3 by beating Curse and everyone else. So Optic is a very, very good team. Now, they're not the best. I would never say that. I would say Complexity is the best with their new acquisition of Clayster, the hype man, as they call him. And Impact has just been playing off lately. But anyways, my point is that people oftentimes disregard Optic as a not important part of Call of Duty, and sometimes even wish that they weren't a part of the competitive scene. But what I'm here to tell you is that they are probably the most important aspect of competitive Call of Duty. Most of the reason why Optic fans are usually younger and usually less experienced on competitive play and don't know what it is because they're new viewers. Most of the new viewers, I would have to say, come from Optic, and it's because of their YouTube. It's because you get a group of decent, well-rounded guys who are all funny, all well-spoken, and for the most part, really, really good at Call of Duty. You get those guys together, they're going to make good YouTube videos, and YouTube videos that people watch. And so they're playing public matches, and they're intermixing these public players who are seeing these guys do really well with like not all the BS in the game, and they're like, whoa, how can I do better? And then they start trolling around and they see that, oh, these guys play what, MLG, what's that? And then they go check out MLG, and then you have them in the streams and they're asking questions, and people get upset about that. But it's like, dude, as a community, we need to start building up our new viewers. If we want competitive Call of Duty to be around in the next 4 years, 3 years, or however many years, we need to be building up that fan base, not destroying it. And Optic is doing so much to help with that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're out in the community, they're getting new stream viewers, they're getting everything like that. People know Optic because, and another thing is you get a group of guys that are staying together. That is, I think, the most important part. Maybe being a good speaker is the most important part. But dude, these guys, man, like they're doing everything right. And my bad. They're doing everything. Oh, look at that. Smart plays. They're doing everything right. Man, my throat is just on fire. Let me take a sip of water. So unprofessional. I'm sorry, guys. But they're doing everything right, and it just doesn't make sense why everyone's hating on them, especially whenever they're so key to the success of the future. And I mean, I would agree that they wouldn't be important if in the future maybe a team like Impact doesn't change at all and maybe gains a little bit more respect for the game and the community and new people, because Optic is always very appreciative of any of their fans. You see Nadeshot go into a game where kids are being annoying and he doesn't mute them. He handles them really well, and I don't know how he does it, because everyone in the chat's like, just mute him, and it's like, well, you got to remember that these guys might be new competitive streamers, and every streamer counts, because if we want this thing to continue, I know for me, I personally love watching and would love to compete someday, and so I don't want it to die. Which is why I feel like people need to be more understanding of new people, and also of Optic, and not hate on their success, but try to imitate it, because what you guys are doing right now isn't working. You need to stay together whether you lose. And a good example of this is FaZe. They won, and yet they flipped up teams. And I'm not saying that I would do anything different necessarily. Actually, I am. I'm saying I would do something different. I would pick my 4 guys who had chemistry, and I wouldn't worry about any kinds of success, because success will come if you guys have fun, you practice, you try to win, you always, and you stay together, because eventually, like, everyone gets better. And that's the thing about Optic, is that they're getting better every single week that they play together, whereas the new teams that come together may have really good gun skill, but they don't have any chemistry, and they end up breaking up. And so that's been my little rant. I've been watching Gfinity all week. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And I hope you guys like these kinds of commentaries, because I like doing it. And so if you guys will please leave a like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Go follow me on Twitter. Go subscribe to FPS Gooch. Peace.